Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. What I'm going to demonstrate here today is how I like to make an old family recipe. We used to call it ground beef gravy. First thing I do, I got a heated up pan here and put a little bit of olive oil in it. Just a little bit. Around. Going to drop some fresh cut onions and a little bit of jalapeno in there. This is actually my interpretation of an old family recipe, I should say. Normally we just put onions in, saute. These up nice. Just to soften these onions and jalapenos up a little bit before I drop this fresh, really lean ground beef in. Be browning them up together, basically. What I do, drop a scoop of garlic in. This garlic goes good with anything. I like being generous with it too. You don't have to put the garlic in if you don't like it, or just put in whatever amount you feel is necessary. Just brown these up together a little bit. Just keep the heat going. Then I'm going to drop the ground beef in. It's broken up, and you're going to want to brown this, obviously, until it's ready to go. And break her down. You see the idea? I'm going to come back here in a minute when this is all browned up, and I'll continue what I do here for this recipe. Okay, now that our about 1 pound of ground beef here is nice and browned up, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning. Obviously, like this stuff a little bit. I'm going to add a bit of sea salt to my grinder. You don't need much. You can always add salt later on. It's just one of those things that some people really love salt and other people are just don't want to be overwhelmed by it. You can always add it later on in your dish. I always put in some black pepper, a little bit. Same with salt. You can add it later on. I'll mix this up. That smells good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some gravy. You can get stuff out of a can too. You don't have to use a mushroom either. And you can get just the regular beef gravy. This is 12 ounces, I guess. Yeah, 12 ounces. Basically, general rule is one of these containers per pound of ground beef. You're going to drop this right in there. Make sure this all gets in there. And this stuff is pretty damn tasty. The old family recipe, they used to use like flour and all that stuff to make a gravy that way. I don't know. This is even better and easier. I'm all about being easy when it comes to cooking. I think most people are these days. Time is money. Put that in there. That looks good. I'm going to spread this around a little bit. Just mixed up. Yeah, I like to get the leanest ground beef that I can get. So I don't have to drain the fat because there's very little fat that comes off of it in the first place. It's in here. Mixed up. Looking nice. I add between a half and a quarter container or a jar of water. Just straight water, just tap water is fine. Add to it, that'll help it a little bit of gravy feel. There we go. Then what you want to do, once you get to this point, when it hits good boil, you get it down and let it just simmer. Let it just simmer in the heat. You cover it up like that. And in the meantime, what I've been doing is I've been preparing a baked potato in the oven. It's, it takes about 45 minutes or so, and I've done that earlier. So when we're done here, I can show you that next step. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this gravy over this baked potato. It's going to be so delicious. Don't have to use a baked potato. You can also use rice. Rice is also a very good alternative. You don't have to spend the time to cook the potato in the oven for that long. You can also do it in the microwave for about 5 minutes or so. When we come back, I'll show you that process. It'll be all nice and simmered down. The potato will be done. Be ready to show you how I eat it. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes now. So the gravy's pretty much ready. It's been simmering. Low. Baked potato's ready. I'll pull out of its foil quick. It's not. I'm going to split this open. Slice it up quick. I leave the skin on. Skin's good for you. Dice it up good, make a nice little. What I'm going to do is here, make a nice little bed for the gravy. I'm going to probably shut the heat off now. I'm going to spoon it right over the potato. Just like that. Look at that. It smells absolutely awesome. Another little touch I like to throw on there is top it off. I don't use ketchup much, but for this, I absolutely, whatever reason, I love it. Throw a little squirts of ketchup. You can also throw barbecue sauce on there, and however you prefer. Do a little taste here. Just get right in there. Man, that smells really good. Wow, man, that's really good. It's absolutely delicious. It's so easy to do. It doesn't take very long at all. Especially if you do the potatoes in the microwave, you can have this done within 20 minutes, easy. Try it out. Tell me what you think. And thanks for watching.